Hello again, Steve here with a few words of what I'm going to call theater versus truth. A lot of times, the way we see presentations on stages, oratory, elaborate presentations, this we could call as theater. Right? We see it on screens, we can see it we can go to the theater. And in those cases, we know what's being told is what's being acted out is not true. It's just fiction, right? People wear costumes. They change from where they are so that they begin to act. We also see this, but we might not think that the same thing's going on in terms of workplaces. We see people go to work and they put on a uniform or they put on a suit. It's because they're changing from who they really are into an act, right? And presentations that are very flamboyant, where there's lots of movement, lots of jokes that are spliced and theater going on. A lot of times, I think we have to be suspect as to whether this is anything to do with the truth. Good politicians are very good at this, because anything to do with politics is bullshit, right? You know that. That's a good thing, that you know that is. Or are very skeptical of the validity of what's being said. But if something is very truthful and we're receptive to that truth, there doesn't need to be any theater. I watched a presentation a while ago by a guy called Doug Casey, who's a libertarian type of guy, and he had no theater whatsoever. He basically stood at the lectern and gave a presentation without many gestures or a lot of eye contact or anything like that. But it was very intriguing because there was a message to market match. For me anyways, I was very interested in the topic, so I didn't need, in fact I could turn off the video, just hear the audio. That would be fine. There was once a guy, and I mentioned this before at one point, a guy named Gary Halbert, who is a marketing genius, of course. And he used to talk about the power of a message. If you can have a very powerful message that is the correct message for somebody, then it doesn't really matter how it's said. The example he used to use was that of the Irish sweepstake. Irish sweepstake was an old form of lottery, basically. And it was winning tickets and, the odd winning ticket, right? He used to use the example of, if I have your winning ticket and it's worth whatever, $100,000, $1 million, whatever, and I'm to give it to you, and we meet somewhere, and I make it known to you that this is your ticket and you are the winner, do you really care how I said it? Do you care if I'm in the right suit, the right costume, if I use a particular vocal variety or gestures or anything like that? Do you really care? No, because you understand the message, and that's what matters. The message is so overwhelming, you wouldn't notice if there was an accent, if there was grammatical errors. Any of that wouldn't matter, because the message would be so powerful. Therefore, I would say when there's real truth, and the ears are receptive to it, or not necessarily truth, but there's value, let's say there's value, and the ears are willing for that value, then the theater doesn't matter. Just the message, really. It's usually a combination of what we're listening to is theater and value. When something is more BS, there has to be more theater. Or if it's purely entertainment, there has to be lots of theater. Because truth doesn't really matter, it's just entertainment, right? But if we're after truth, the amount of theater can go down, 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 down. Or the importance of the message, rather. And the that value of the message is way high. Just like, I have your winning ticket and I want to give it to you. There's no need for theater there, man. Is there? Hey, just a few thoughts, and I think we can relate this to improving the quality of our life experience, because sticking to the truth in the end is probably easier, because we don't have to be theater actors. Just be ourselves. Great chatting. Talk again soon. Bye for now.